Big Game Breakdown continues. Live odds, sportsbookreview.com. Spurs and the Grizzlies, 6:30 Pacific, TNT. Spurs lead the series 2-0. Spurs are 3.5, 185 on the road. David Fizdale with an all-time rant on the officials after the loss in Game 2. He was fined $30,000. Conley and the boys said, don't worry, we got you. They're going to pay the fine. And he had a good point. ESPN stats and info. First 2 games of the series, Grizzlies, 81 shots in the paint, 32 free throw attempts. The Spurs, 53 shots in the paint, 57 free throw attempts. Kawhi Leonard shot more free throws than the entire Memphis team in Game 2, Teddy.
Yeah, and look, I don't blame Fizdale for going berserk. Good rant, maybe one of these rants that we go back to. You're not going to rook us, Here's a quote. It was a very poorly officiated basketball game. Overall, 35 times we shot the ball in the paint. We had 15 free throws for the game. They shot 18 times in the paint and had 32 free throws. And Kawhi Leonard shot more free throws than our whole team. Explain it to me. I know Pop's got pedigree and I'm a young rookie, but they're not going to rook us. That's unacceptable. That was unprofessional. They did not even give us a chance. And all of that, in a sense, is true. The league doesn't want Memphis moving on. There's no excitement level for the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies aren't going to win this series. But San Antonio, you look at some of the consensus numbers, the Spurs in this game are probably the single most public favorite yet in the entire postseason. One thing we know about Memphis, this team does have some sense of character. I don't expect them to give up.
All right, well, I hope he saved some of his rant for Vince Carter. In Game 2, this is impossible. Look at this graphic. Vince Carter played 33 minutes in Game 2. He didn't have a rebound, an assist, or a steal. They were outscored by 21 points when he was on the floor. They were +7 when he was on the bench. Hard to have a guy on the court that long in his position that can't make plays, especially when he has to guard Kawhi Leonard from time to time. And Leonard in the series, 72 minutes, 20 of 28 shooting, 28 of 28 from the free throw line, 69 points, 14 rebounds. True shooting percentage, 85.6%, Teddy.
Yeah, Carter obviously having a rough time, but there's not a lot of options for the Memphis Grizzlies and David Fizdale right now in that regard. But those are insane numbers. Kawhi Leonard has 69 points on 28 field goal attempts in this series. That's impressive. We talk all the time about SBR odds and, what that brings to the table. And of course, when you want those live odds, that's a place to go. You can get them for free. It doesn't cost you anything. But you can get a sense throughout the course of the day there will be a dichotomy in this game in terms of the public versus the wise guy books. You can sense it already. The books that cater to sharp bettors, they recognize this is a Grizzlies quote-unquote spot. And I would anticipate the number to stay in this range. When you're talking about the public books, the Bovadas of the world, the SIAs, the books that cater to recreational players, it's going to be all San Antonio money. You can count on it. If you like the Spurs, you better bet them sooner rather than later.
You think the rant's going to work? You think they get some calls and have a lot of trips to the free throw line?
I don't know if it's going to work to the sense that they're going to get a ton of trips to the free throw line. Look at this total, $185. This is not likely to be an offensive fest. But what it may do is make a situation where at least the Spurs aren't getting the free throw line 30 or 40 times, which has been the bane of Fizdale's existence in the first 2 games of this series.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.